Man, my apologies, guys. We got started a little late. I was trying to get done with my workout, get a shower, and the Bengals are getting started with the ball here. Oh, I gotta zoom that back in for y'all one moment. There we go. Now I gotta reposition it a little. And quick throw to Jamar Chase on the left side, and why is that? Interesting. Whew, I'm like still sweating us a little bit here from the workout, so pardon me. We're drinking a. Might actually have to get a t-shirt one moment. Apologies there. I had to switch into a shirt, man. I was just too hot. Burrow running for the first down, and he's going to slide. And they've got a first down coming up on midfield here. Oh, got the whiskey sour. We're ready. So Cincinnati coming into this with the 8th ranked pass offense, 23rd overall. Defense playing pretty well, having some tackling issues, but 13:05 here on the clock. 1st and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line of the Bengals. Shotgun formation. Handoff going up the middle, and that's Zach Moss, maybe 2 yards. And we're hoping to see some Chase Brown sightings is the plan. We're spreading our coverage out across all the different teams here, and we're doing a little bit of scouting as well. You know what I'm saying, for the upcoming Baltimore Raven games. Cincinnati versus Washington. Power formation here. Jamar the man in motion. Little handoff going right. Moss with some room, and big hit delivered there at the end of the play. I believe that was Jeremy Chin. We're going to get the NFL Game Center up. And Washington shows a blitz on one side, pulls out, and the run's just going the opposite way of the blitz already to begin the play. Don't really need to do too much there. Joe making an adjustment, telling Moss something here. Burrow under center. Probably a run coming here as well. A little bit of a hard count. Play action. Burrow looking deep down the left sideline. He goes there. And Jamar Chase open all day. Made it look easy. Huge play for the Bengals to start this game. Wow. And barring the PAT, that's a 6-play, 71-yard drive. 3:23 off the clock here in the first. So 11:37 left. And the Bengals are first blood. If you're a League of Legends player, you'll understand that reference. First blood. But, coming into this, Washington's got to improve in the red zone. 0-6 in the red zone. The real hero for the Commanders has been Austin Seibert, their kicker, 7-7 for field goals. Joe Burrow last week, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns versus Kansas City. He took 3 sacks, though, in 36 pass attempts. So they're looking to probably get the ball out of his hands quickly. However, though, Washington's Commanders took on the New York Giants last week and actually gave Daniel Jones, I almost called him Mac Jones, actually a pretty good time. Mike Gesicki, a popular target pickup in fantasy football, 9 targets, 7 receptions, and 91 yards. We talked about it on our fantasy football show a little bit Thursday that if it was not for the overturned play in week 1, he would, of course, had double-digit points in fantasy in back-to-back weeks. The Commanders, though, have had some spotty coverage. They are ranked 32nd. That is worst in the NFL currently. Malik Neighbors had a huge day against them, going for 95 yards. 100-plus yards. They gave up 95 to Devin Singletary. Oh, my God. Whew. If you're enjoying adult beverage, I am as well. I'm trying to finish this Crown and Sour. And I've poured a bit of Crown in it. Oh, my God, is it strong. We've got the Hometown Heroes Cup. Thanks for what you do. Support your hometown heroes. Let's talk about it. Brian Robinson last week, 17 rushing attempts, 133 yards, 7.8 yards a carry. They also gave up 90 to Pacheco. The Bengals' run defense a little spotty in itself. It's coming into this game ranked 15th, while Washington ranked 11th. Coverage has been pretty solid, though, in the Cincinnati back end, ranked 5th according to PFF. The real story, though, for Cincinnati is they have to get the run game going. Zach Moss, of course, did have a good run on the right side earlier. Just bad adjustment by the defense, in my opinion. What are you doing, Bobby Wagner? But more... I think Chase Brown's the better back. I really think he is. I'd love to get a Bengal player's take on it, but Jaden Daniels finally had a good week last week. We're going to get a first look at him here shortly. 23 of 29 for 226 yards. He, however, did take 5 sacks. And I saw some of the sacks on tape, and, just unnecessary type of sacks. Really could have he was running towards the sideline. Could have just, thrown the ball away. We'd like to see him make a few more better decisions with that ball, just in a sense to limit negative plays. It drastically affects the play calling and can get the offense out of rhythm if he takes that 3-yard sack or 2-yard sack, because he's pretty close getting back up to line of scrimmage. And that's Mike Sainristil, the rookie out of Michigan, I believe, out there on Jamar Chase. And even though he had looked like safety help, Jamar just ran by him, and Joe's eyeing that way before the play even snaps, and he never looks anywhere. And what a beautiful ball. That wrist looks healthy to me. What up, Corona? How you doing, my boy? And we're going to get our first look at Jaden Daniels for the evening. Shotgun, split back formation, 3 wide. Little handoff going right, and good run there by Eckler. Looks like he's still got a little spring in his step. That's going to be a gain about 9 on the play. And it looks like Daniels is already operating out of a no huddle here. They're picking up the pace here. I kind of like it, actually. I believe that's a pistol formation. Little roll right to the fullback. Little spider 2 wide banana action going on here. What up, Daniel Berry? How you doing today, my guy? And quick first down for Washington. Looks like, is he going to huddle now? No, he's still operating out of this no huddle. I really like it, though. I feel like he did a lot of this at LSU. It definitely throws the Bengals defense off. And they're running a lot of split back formation. Power shotgun is what they're running right here. Handoff up the middle and nothing that time, though. And that was Brian Robinson Jr. on the run. And I kind of like a little bit of the power shotgun stuff where they're running split back, running a tight end or fullback back there into the backfield as well. So they got 3 backs in the backfield. And this is Kingsbury running this Commanders offense as part of that retooled coaching staff. Little quick screenplay right, and oh my God, Eckler makes something out of nothing on the right side, and they're on the Bengals side of the field. That looks like down at what I believe the 40-yard line. That's a 14-yard gain. Little motion screen out there. And great blocking there by the Washington Commanders. Looked like it was going to be late, and then they came out there and delivered some hits. 9:50 here on the clock. Ball officially on the 40-yard line of the Bengals. Again, a lot of the split back formation here by the the Commanders. Daniels, deep drop, good pocket, all the time in the world. He's rolling out right, fakes someone out, runs past him, and looks like he was going to get plus the first down, and he slips, I believe, tripped up, and he's smiling and laughing. He's saying, I was going to take you for 20 right there. Terry McLaurin, Olamide, Zacchaeus, Luke McCaffrey, Zach Ertz, and, of course, Ben Sinnott, the other tight end in that locker room. That was a really good pocket, honestly, right there. 2nd and 3 officially. Trips, stack formation, top left side of the screen. Bengals bring a little bit of a blitz, delayed handoff draw up the middle, and maybe a yard or two by Robinson Jr. Going to bring up 3rd and probably about 1 yard. 8:50 and ticking on the clock. And again, if you're enjoying an adult beverage, cheers. Swing motion screen. Daniels, another good pocket. He's going to try to climb the pocket, though, and he's going to take a sack back at the line of scrimmage, though. So 4th and short again. Let's see what they do here. One of the Bengals players' helmets comes off, and it looks like they've got 4 wide receiver stack formation on the left, and he's got that crosser. He's got to give his guy. He's got a guy kind of over the middle if he floats that ball. That interesting play calling over there by Kingsbury, though. I'm interested to explore that a little bit here. 4 wide look here. 4th and 2. Good pocket for Daniels, and he slings one. And he's just short. That's Terry McLaurin. And he's out of bounds at what looks like the 2-yard line. 7:30 on the clock. Commanders in a 1st and goal. Daniels having a good pocket tonight, honestly. And number 22 of the Bengals makes right there, 2-yard line. If he had been able to, that was McCaffrey, my apologies. And this is what McCaffrey did over there in Georgia all day, that crosser right there. And if he had been more on time, McCaffrey could have kept his momentum going, man. 1st and goal. We got another interesting formation here. We've got a flag. Let's see what the call is. Play call or game clock expiring. My apologies. 12 players on the field defense. There's my boy, Ben Sinnott, coming on the field, number 82. The tight end. Keep an eye on him. We're drinking whiskey sour with a little extra shot of Crown, and it's 6:50. Man, this Washington Commanders offense looking in tune right now. I'm taking notes for the Ravens, to be 100% honest. Trips left. McCaffrey, I'm sorry. That's Hurts, the man in motion. Run on the left side, and that's going to be close. I think they're saying he's short. Only got half a yard maybe, so he is an inch. He is an inch away from getting in here. That's Brian Robinson Jr. And that's actually a great call by the refs. Logan Wilson, the linebacker of the Bengals, great job filling the hole and meeting Robinson. 2nd and goal, inches here. Looks like Bengals are expecting a sneak. It's a run, and oh no, Brian Robinson, man, the way his leg got hit, that was scary, but we got a flag on the play. By the way, Buffalo Bills update up 20-3 on the Jacksonville Jaguars right now. Buffalo's looking good. and it's offsides on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. It's literally a centimeter. It's a centimeter, bro. Oh, man. Let's see here. Shotgun formation. Trips on the top side. It's going to be another run to Brian Robinson. An open hole. He just walks in basically untouched. And we've got a tie game with 5:25 here in the first, barring the PAT. And let's watch the middle linebacker. Oh, yeah, center. Their defensive tackle in the center of this goes the wrong way. He guesses left. Center just seals him. Guard's able to get up to the linebacker basically, and he walks in. Easy, man. You got to have someone else there. Like, there was definitely some miscommunication by the defensive tackles and the ends there, I feel like, and that goal line formation by the Bengals. But Commanders take advantage. We've got a tie football game, 7-7. This is going to be a good one. I'm excited to see more of Washington's formations. I need to pay a little more attention to what Cincinnati's doing here on offense, just in a sense to keep an eye on, for Baltimore. I know they're playing Lamar's commercial right now, the Gatorade commercial. Let's go. Showing Myles Garrett's in it too. Josh Allen. DK, Kittle, Hutchinson, Jordan. They had Shador in there. That's wild. Shador's in college. He's on the same commercial as Lamar. God, I can't get over the shellacking the Bills are giving the Jaguars right now. And it's 4th and 1 for the Jaguars. They're either going to go for it in their own 39, or they're going to punt it away to the Bills, who are going to try to extend that lead even further. Either way, rough. Whew, I need this ice to chill out my drink a little bit. So let's talk about Joe Burrow spread around the ball last week. 8 different targets with the reception last week. Doing a really good job of just finding anything and everything that's open. Cincinnati, though, gave up 7.3 yards a carry to Mahomes last week on quarterback rushes. If they gave up 7.3 to Mahomes, I wonder how many rushing yards Jaden Daniels is going to finish with tonight. We saw him already beat one guy to the edge earlier. Trey Hendrickson, of course, finally healthy, heating up a little bit. 2 sacks in the last 25 pass attempts in the last game. He's having some great production. And Cincinnati, again, we talked about their coverage, ranked 5th in the NFL according to PFF coming into this week. They shut down Mahomes last week in week 2 to a career worst day. So Jaden has his work cut out for him, and the fact that they're moving the ball as well as they are now, I'd say is a good sign. Look how bright them lights are in Cincinnati. That is honestly a beautiful cityscape view. I hate to give some love to Cincinnati, but you got to give credit where credit's due. That was a beautiful city view with the stadium. Here's Seibert, who's been the hero for the Commanders, 7-7 in the was it last week or the previous 2 weeks, basically, even field goals. Cincinnati ranked 17th in special teams, so middle of the pack here. Let's see if they get a return. They do. That's a good kick at the 1. And makes it. Oh! Chase Brown looked like he was going to make a man miss and just takes a huge hit to his hip. Oh, my God. Oh, they're giving us an update here on that Buffalo game. A little play action from Josh Allen. And look at that flick of the wrist right there. Keon Coleman getting a touchdown. And this must be an interception for Joe Burrow. A little play action, overthrows his man. And is that Damar Hamlin with an interception? It is. What a game. Back to Cincinnati's Washington. 5:20 here on the clock. Ball on the 23-yard line after the big hit. Run up the middle, and Good run by Chase Brown. You can see that burst. Good to see he's feeling okay after that big hit on the return. That's why he's not taking over the starting running back job. He's having to also do return jobs. I think he just checked out for a tight end. Oh, that drink is strong. Brown and Sample in the backfield here with Burrow. Let's see. What do they do in this formation? I predict a run. It's a handoff going off the right guard. And my God, someone is back there in the backfield early. That's 95 for the Washington Commanders. Is that Payne or Allen? Of course, Washington got a very, very talented front four there. Clelin Ferrell out for this game, but Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, they took Jazar Newton in the first round. Dorrance Armstrong. 4:08. Ball on the 33-yard line. 3rd and 1. Expect a run here. It is. And Moss able to get the first down. Gain of 2. Spinning on the hit there. And good job by the Bengals to continue getting first downs, basically. I don't know if I've seen a pass out of that formation yet. I might have to make a note about that. Sample and Chase and backfield. Let's see here. They motion Chase Brown into the backfield. A little split backfield here. Chase now with a second motion. And Joe Burrow looking there. And good catch by Jamar Chase. And he's down at what looks like the 50-yard line. First down catch. Interesting there. Jamar motion to backfield. Second motion. 250 here. Ball on the 49, technically, of the Commanders. Seeing a lot of this split back formation. Probably to compete with the cover, too. And goes to the tight end and takes a big hit there. That's all junior. Is that the rookie at Iowa? No. And Jamar, here they're showing him playing against Kansas City last week. Basically double teamed the entire time. And then tonight he got a one-on-one. Actually, it wasn't a one-on-one. Sainer still had cover or safety help over, but he just ran past Sainer still on that touchdown. Sainer still got to respect Jamar Chase's speed. 2nd and 10 here. Motion by the tight end here, a little wheel route. And Joe Burrow just going to the curl route. I'm sorry, a little curl route there by his, I believe it's running back. Just coming out of the backfield, turn around. Who cares? I know there's been some crazy talk about banning a cover 2 defense too high look. That's bullshit. Just pick them apart. It takes time, and that just doesn't give them a chance to score. As long as your offense stays on rhythm, it'll work. 3rd and 4, and then you take shots like we just saw here. 3 at the top of the screen here, 4 wide look. Joe Burrow switching the side here. It looks like they might bring pressure. Washington does. Joe Burrow from a good pocket and finds a man over the middle. That's Iacevas, and spins off the first hit, and he's down at what looks like the 29. Ball came out at the end, but I'm pretty sure the ground caused it. And that was a big hit. And Joe moving up to a no huddle here, trying to pick up the speed. And Iacevas, of course, wide receiver out of Princeton. What up, Jason, captain? Iacevas out of Princeton, one of my breakout candidates for this year. Joe going to his halfback out of the backfield, and big hit that time. Chase Brown losing a yard or 2 on the play. That's Lovu, the Washington linebacker, delivering a good hit. 30 seconds here, so we might see maybe one more play before the end of the first quarter. 2nd and 11. And again, 23 Buffalo, Jacksonville in the other game. Buffalo does have the ball with 2:55 left in the second quarter. Joe Burrow tonight, 8 of 8, 85 yards and a touchdown. He's looking Madden-esque, you could say. Ball on the 30-yard line of the Commanders as they're knocking on the red zone. Empty set here, 5 wide look for the Bengals. Joe setting up a screen, and oh my God! Number 0 of the Commanders, absolutely. That's Sainer still getting maybe a little revenge. Recognizes the screen setup and blows that play up. My gosh, Sainer still just laid the hammer on that hit on the screen. Came unblocked, looked like that Michigan Sainer still, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, this Wild Robot movie looks pretty dang cute. What up, Terradome? How y'all doing tonight? I ain't gonna lie, I was straight rushing to get in here to get streaming for this evening. I got my workout in. It was leg day today. Your boy was feeling good. So we did legs, we did calves, we did some 15 to 30 depth box jumps, and then we did the 1.25 miles uphill. I always like to lift with my, like, if I'm doing like legs, for example, I like to lift, and then I like to run. I like my legs to know that even after they're tired, they're heavy, that they've still got to go and do the running, basically. It's how I've always trained, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, case in point, when I do upper body and my arms, chest, back, and everything like that, my cardio running for that is I go work on the heavy bag, you know what I'm saying? So even though my arms and legs are my arms, chest, back, everything's burning, I still work through my workout of the heavy bag, just drilling home some of the basics and stuff like that. But I just feel so good afterwards. And then I usually still run. But welcome in, guys. Yeah, I see Buffalo is shellacking the Jaguars right now, 20-3. Buffalo, I think, still has the ball with 2:04. Josh Allen, 17 to 22 for 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. What's crazy right now is Joe Burrow's 8 to 8 and Jaden Daniels is 3 to 3. Both quarterbacks right now in the in this game are perfect. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, we always take like the game notes before the game so we know a little bit more coming into the game what's going on. But I also take notes on what's going on in the game. And I've got some, you know, this is mostly for scouting in a sense because, of course, we're playing the NFC East as the Baltimore Ravens. We already, of course, played the Dallas Cowboys. But, of course, Cincinnati, a divisional opponent twice a year. So a little bit of scouting going on here, maybe being able to help improve my calls for the next games. But also things I would like to bring to the offense. And yeah, that Jerry Rice workout running through the hills. 3rd and 11. Burrow got a man. And oh, great coverage by the safety. The tight end, number 88, had a step on the outside coverage on the top side of the screen. But Jeremy Chin, the safety, coming in and delivers a hit that jars the ball loose. Let's watch that. Jeremy Chin basically lined up over the right guard, 5-10 yards back, and just he's going that way. He's got the deep coverage on that side. I'm sorry, was that Butler, not Chin? Either way, Evan McPherson out here for the first field goal. 48-yard attempt from the left hash mark for the Bengals. Ball's up. Oh, it's hooking. And he misses left. No good. And Washington's going to get the ball with pretty good field position. And yeah, Terrado, man, I've watched the documentaries and read and listened to Jerry Rice talk about that workout, you know, that he's legendary for, where he used to go and run those hills out there. Running up hills, what it's all about, man. I do this thing called the Sprint 8. So it's like a quick little warm-up. And then you do 8 30-second sprints up at a 5-degree grade. I'm slowly working my way up. I'm in the advanced level of the program right now, trying to work my way up to the elite level. I'm on the second stage of the advanced level, so it's a 5% grade hill, starting at 7.5 miles an hour for the first quarter. Then it moves up to 7.5 for like the second quarter of it. And then from the rest of the way out, it's 8 miles an hour uphill at 5 degrees. And then if I'm feeling extra good and I'm feeling fresh, that last 30-second sprint, man, I crank it up to like 10.5 miles an hour uphill and just full on sprinting. In my mind, I'm sitting there just picturing like DK Metcalf style, like chasing that dude down after the interception. It's the fourth quarter. It's overtime. Got to make the play, chasing down the game-saving touchdown. You know what I'm saying? And the treadmill in my gym at our complex is right in front of some glass. So at nighttime, you can see a reflection. So I'm just staring myself in the face, chasing myself down essentially in the mirror. Yeah, I saw Damar Hamlin got a pick on that overthrown ball. They just scored again. It's 27-3 Buffalo with still 1:58 left in the second quarter in that game. That is absolutely wild. I mean, the thing is this, Washington's got to improve their defense. Overall ranked defense, according to PFF, coming into this week, 31st, 29th in pass rush, 32nd in coverage, 27th in tackle. The only thing that Washington has been able to do is adequately stop the run, ranking 11th. On the opposite side, though, Cincinnati's defense, one of the better coverage units in the league. Pass rush 17th, so right around the middle of the pack. They're improving, though, as Trey Hendrickson coming back a little healthy. 24th tackling, that surprised me a little bit. 15th in run defense, overall ranked 9th. The crazy thing that I came in this game, receiving corps for Cincinnati ranked 27th according to PFF in the first 2 weeks. Washington, 17th. And we saw Brian Robinson having big games, 8th ranked run game, but actually the 27th ranked run blocking. So it's actually all on the back of Brian Robinson and Eckler. And Jaden Daniels, I'm sorry, as well. And run up the middle, that's Robinson. And man, just the second effort on that run. Was originally a 3-yard. Looks like it's going to be like 5 to 6. 14:35 and ticking here in the second quarter. 2nd and 3 officially. And there's my boy. I'm seeing a lot of Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott, one of my draft guys, ended up here in Washington. He's going to be the guy behind Zach Ertz, eventually taking over at tight end. We think his in-season usage is going to be increased greatly. Little play action. Daniels rolling right on the play, and he's just going to run to the edge. And, he spins out of the tackle and able to get the first down. What a play by Daniels. Just little high step in, gets away from Davis Gaither there. Number 59 of the Bengals. And Ben Sinnott, oh my God, look how open Ben Sinnott was on that little seam route there. Just going up the middle there. Daniels just missed him apparently on the play. Strong formation left for the Commanders. Ball up here at the 50-yard line. Handoff up the middle, and the halfback's going to slip. That's Brian Robinson, and they're actually going to lose a yard or two on the play. 13:30 and ticking. Terradome says, I think Jerry used to run uphill 2.5 miles in under 15 minutes daily. And that's what it takes, man. I used to know this diehard Cleveland guy. And, if you're a Cleveland fan, you are a diehard fan because you've been through some horrible years. I got nothing but respect for Cleveland fans. And like deep down in my heart, because I've seen what they've gone through. You know what I'm saying? And he used to talk about that, how you've got to be able to do 2.5 miles under 15 minimum to play in the NFL, basically. And then you start working on getting it uphill. Bills dialing up on defense. I'm excited. I've got a couple Bills. Of course, the Bills Ravens are coming up here. Baltimore playing Buffalo next week, this upcoming week. Then Cincinnati, then Washington. So 3 of Baltimore's opponents playing currently today in the next 3 weeks. We're also covering Seattle versus Detroit next week, Dallas versus Pittsburgh the following week, and then Carolina versus Atlanta the week we play Washington. We're spreading our coverage around to try to diversify and see a little bit of everything. 12-20, Daniels with another good pocket. He launches this ball. Oh my God, he's got Terry McLaurin wide open on the right side, but he wanted, like they're saying, he wanted to see it, and he just launched. Dude, I want to see him launch this again. And little post route here, Bengals defender falls down, and oh my God. Jaden finally gets pressured on the late side of this, and he just launches it as he takes a little bit of a hit. Good job by the defender not to get a flag there. 12-15, and we've got a timeout by Washington, and that's Kingsbury. He's going to, just probably have a talk right here, and I can see Daniels motioning like he's like, why did you take the timeout? I think Kingsbury wants to dial up something special here. I know, Terradome, what an arm. He just flicked that thing. While someone was barreling down in his vision, he just flicked that thing and sent it 50, 60 yards, basically. So they were on the 50. He was, of course, a few yards back, so probably like 54, 55. And while someone was barreling on him, got a quick release flick with that thing, and he put it into the end zone. So that's at least 50. So that's 55 yards. I'd say 3 yards into the end zone. He flicked that thing 58 yards while someone was coming down the barrel on him. That's impressive. And I'm telling you, I didn't really, for those that are new to the channel, when I do my draft specials are only focused on third round picks estimated and lower. But, certain stats just come up as I'm doing my research and going through numbers, trying to find outliers and, weird stats to then burrow into and go study film on the players. And, my God, Daniel is just on some of the throws he made is just arm talent. So much arm talent. Like, almost like that Anthony. They're slightly different in their how they throw, but both, like Anthony Richardson and him, rockets, bro. Yeah, I really like Jaden. I honestly really like Jaden over Jordan May, and of course, I don't know, man. I like the ceiling of what I've seen from Jaden over Caleb's, but I understand why the Bears took Caleb. Like Jordan, man, I don't trust UNC quarterbacks. I used to not trust Ohio State quarterbacks, but CJ Stroud was one of those guys. When CJ Stroud came out, I was like, I think this is the guy I'm going to put my faith in. Like, I got a feeling Stroud's, but it was funny. We joked a little bit out on Sunday. If you are doing a podcast, your play goes down. CJ Stroud been on that podcast a lot. His play is down. Micah been on that podcast. Marlon been messing around, especially last year on that podcast, Travis Kelce been doing his podcast with his brother. His play's super down. Got to stay away from the podcast. 12-15 here. Ball on the 35-yard line here. 2nd and 10. Trips left stack formation. Oh, and my God. The offensive line for the Commanders is getting it done today. And Luke McCaffrey with a good catch on the play there. Jaden with a strong throw. Yep. It's like one of those ones everyone used to know. You had to watch Ohio State quarterbacks and you had to watch USC Southern Cal quarterbacks. Caleb's trying to break that USC thing as well a little bit. 11:40, 1st and 10, ball on the 24. And handoff left side, Eckler breaking out, 15, 10, 5, and he's in! And the Bengals lose containment on the left side of that line, and Eckler shows why he's still in the league there. 24-yard touchdown rush. What a play. Let's watch the blocking here. And, oh my God, that's not trapped by the guard, but my God, great play there by the Commanders' offensive line. That's what you like to see. And Eckler, I saw Eckler on a podcast somewhere, not his, of course, And hold on, I got to make a note on that Washington backside run. Washington backside counter. You got to have backside containment on Washington. And with that, PAT, Washington now up 14-7. And I'll be honest, we're kind of rooting here for Washington. We don't want our Cincinnati or our division opponent to win. $11:30 as we're going to get a second look here at Cincinnati's offense soon. Welcome in, Steve-O. Steve-O already hitting up on that gambling. Terradome says, I got those Commanders in my picks. I don't remember who I took in this game, but I do remember that I took Carolina in the pick'em. And, like, nobody picked Carolina this week. And your boy picked Carolina. He delivered through. Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, came through for me in the pick'em this week. God, 27-3 Buffalo as they're counting down the final seconds before the end of the half. Buffalo, though, has the ball, what looks like in field goal range, does have one timeout. I think they might have just took it. That or they just got a first down. Either way, Buffalo could score. Oh, 2nd and 3. They passed. Buffalo might try to score a touchdown here, but worst case, they've got one timeout. Ball now on the 16. Buffalo in the red zone, 24 seconds. And there we go. Timeout used by Buffalo. So Buffalo all out of timeouts, but in the red zone here, looking to extend that lead further. Oh, my God. Can you imagine if Buffalo scores another touchdown before halftime? Ah, man, Tara, I'm sorry for your 49ers. I really couldn't believe you lost as well. Baltimore, man, 28-6 lead, and they almost blew the lead. That was terrifying and a gut-wrenching game to watch, to be honest with you. Oh, let's check how we're doing. I know in one of my teams here on Sleeper, I'm beat, man. I was playing a girl named Sydney Miller, a.k.a. Shitney, and she had Dallas Goddard, who went off for 40 points in our league. 40 points from her tight end. She also had Malik Neighbors, who went off for 28.2. Like, I was cooked from the moment that Eagle game finished. My other team, let's see here. Where is my other team? There we are. Playing Kyle this week, and I have no one left to play. Neither does he. He's got Khalil Shakir. I've got T. Higgins. I'm down currently by like 18 points, so I need a big day out of Higgins. And Chase Brown returning down at the 31. I need a big game out of Higgins. Khalil Shakir, though, already 6 of 6 for 72 yards and a touchdown. Got 19.2 points. I had a chance in that game, a really close chance. And now I need a huge game out of T. Higgins. I need him to match Khalil Shakir, basically. Buffalo now 34-3. Oh my God. Who got that touchdown? At least it wasn't Shakir again. It was someone in the passing game. Josh Allen got 4 touchdowns. Joe Burrow, quick little short pass there to Moss, and he's out of bounds on the right side. 11-20 here as Cincinnati trying to get this offense going. Is that Zach Taylor they're showing? Buffalo on a 68 split, 19 seconds left. Dang, that's wild. That's wild. Travis Etienne got nothing going. Put my boy Tank Bigsby in. Give the ball to Tank. 2nd and 2. Ball on the 39-yard line here. Cincinnati showing a little strong formation. Run up the middle, little trap, and first down. And Zach Moss down at the 45-yard line. No need to panic. Just play your offense if you're Cincinnati. And Cincinnati had an extra lineman out there on the field. and they ran right power. That's Amarius Mims. I guess dealing with a pec injury in the preseason, they were saying. 1st and 10, trips left here. Handoff up the middle, and big run. I believe that's Chase Brown. And little extra push by Martin of the Commanders. Back of the head. Definitely might have been it. And look at this hole open up in the line. Washington Commanders linebackers nowhere to be found, and Bobby Wagner and Darius Butler, I believe, making a big tackle there for the Commanders. Cincinnati now on the Washington side of the field, ball on the 43-yard line of Washington. 1st and 10, both teams over 50 yards rushing so far. Little orbit motion here for the Bengals. Tight ends lined up in the backfield. Little play action, Joe Burrow, and just dumps it off to Chase Brown. Gets to the outside and looks like a gain of maybe 8 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 2, 9:20 as Bengals are approaching the red zone. Bengals desperate for this win, kind of like the Ravens. Again, no team has won or gone to the Super Bowl starting 0-3. Only one team's been to the playoffs, the 2020 Texans. So Bengals really hungry for this win. I'm sure Washington would love to deny them and keep their hopes alive in the NFC East, of course, after Dallas having a rough start as well. 8:50 here. Strong formation left here for the Bengals. They're running up the gut, and what a play by that's Brown, number 4 for the Luvu for the Commanders, makes a huge tackle in the backfield, stuffs the running back for the Bengals. 3rd and 1 after a huge play by Luvu. And if you're having an adult beverage, cheers, my guys. 8-10. Tight end motion left. Burrow's telling him something. Keep an eye there. He's motioning back the opposite way. Play action. Joe's going to him. He told him exactly what to do. And that's all Junior again, the rookie. And they're going to him early and often here, it would seem. Yeah, and they're, like I said earlier, the Iowa tight end. And Joe tell him here, man, and almost dropped that ball. If he had been hit, he would have definitely dropped it. 1st and 10, 7:35. Of course, he's 6'5", 255, 4th-round pick by the Cincinnati Bengals out of Iowa. Big, fast guy. I believe he did really well at the combine. Jamar Chase, the man in motion here, trips left, stack formation. Commanders bring a little blitz, gets picked up well. Burrow over the middle, and he's got his man. That's Kaseki, and he's down at what looks like the 10-yard line. Burrow threading a needle, and the Bengals fans are on their feet. What a catch. And they've got 2 pretty good tight ends here. And, he had T. Higgins, too. Wish he would have gone to T for my fantasy team. Let's watch it. That almost looked like a false start by the left tackle, but would have been a safer throw to T. Higgins. Actually, T might have had better run after the catch, but Gesicki with a great catch there. 6:40, 1st and goal. Little bit of motion by Chase. Joe, pump fakes, and he's going to be sacked. Number 6 deserves all the credit there. And that's Dante Fowler Jr. Oh, no. And Trent Brown is down for the Bengals, and it looks bad. Loss of 7 on the sack. Going to be 2nd and goal, 6:25. And, oh, no. That is bad news for the Browns. Prayer for the Trent Brown and Bengals fans as training staff comes out to check on Trent Brown. That would be a huge blow, probably force rookie tackle Amarius Mims into the rotation immediately. Big story, would he be taking over at left tackle or right tackle? Would they rotate someone around Definitely going to be a talking point here. Trent Brown, I got to make a note of that because that could be a big turning point for this game. And, of course, for future game film, Trent Brown injury. We'll make a little marker, prayers. But hopefully Trent Brown is okay. That could be a huge hit. I'm going to be honest, though, really impressed what I've seen out of Washington here. Again, pass rush for Bengals coming in this game, ranked 17th. Pass blocking for the Commanders was ranked 21st. And they are holding their own and giving Jaden, honestly, some really good pockets to take some deep shots. I think a lot of that, though, really got to give credit to Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury, of course, taking over for the offensive coordinator position for the Commanders. He's called a really interesting game formation-wise right now, and I really like what I've seen. Trevor Lawrence, 10 to 22, 59 yards, interception. Trevor Etienne, 4 rushes, 9 yards. They are getting shellacked, and that pass defense is getting shredded, apparently. My boy who's a Buffalo Bills fan, he's really been excited about what they've been doing. I really wish I had more and better stats. It just sucks. You used to be able to go to NFL Communications. Oh, we got an update here, and they've got the card out here for Trent Brown. And he's going off on the cart. It looks like maybe his right knee. And he's playing right tackle here for the Bengals. Let's watch what happens. And Dorrance Armstrong's working against him. And Brown his left knee just gives as he goes to plant. And he just falls and pulls with him. And here we talked about Amarius Mims coming in at right tackle. Their 18th overall pick here in this past draft. Did not play week 1 or week 2, so this is his second NFL snap. He came in as an extra offensive lineman on formation earlier. So Joe Burrow sacked 3 times in both of his first 2 games. This could be a talking point for the rest of the game here, right tackle. And run up the middle, and Moss, good hit after what looks like a 4, maybe 5-yard gain. 3rd and goal as Cincinnati gets some of those yards back after the sack. Again, we'll hope that maybe that injury to Trent Brown's not season-ending, but man, the way he went down, it does something definitely failed structurally wise in his knee. It looked like this has been a 9-play, 61-yard drive, 5-4-50, and they're saying Gesicki just came off the field here, but Eric All on the field, I think, so the rookie's in. Eric All's faster. I totally understand that. Joe looking left, and as there's definitely a miscommunication there. Throws left and no one there. And that's number 80 for the Bengals. Let's watch here. And he cuts in, and the ball's clearly behind him. Iosivas. Yoshavash is how they're pronouncing it. And like he was saying, if he had thrown to Ishavash, would have been intercepted. So maybe he threw it behind him just to throw it away. Evan McPherson out here for his second try. He missed from 48 yards earlier. This one from 28. Going to make this a 14-10 game. As looked like one of the Washington players got pretty close there. And with 15-25, we're going to get another look potentially at Washington. Jaden Daniels having fun, looks like, out there. He's smiling, laughing. Just, dude, when your quarterback's having fun and playing like that and has that energy, I feel like it's infectious. You know what I'm saying? Lamar plays with that type of energy in a sense. So I feel like it's a slightly different energy, but like similar. God, how many commercials is Deion Sanders in? He's in this KFC commercial now. Bengals are down and they have a 60% win percentage. Buffalo right now, 99% win percentage. That's wild. What's crazy is what disrespect to the Washington team by NFL Next Gen Stats, ran by Amazon Web Services. Washington is up 4 points, and they still give Cincinnati like a 60% win chance. Yeah, 60% win chance, down by 4. That is dirty, bro. What I would really like to talk about is how different this Kansas City team would be if Rashee Rice was suspended like he should be. The fact that he's probably not going to be suspended till the end of the season. He might get suspended for the playoffs potentially, which would be the wet dream of every AFC person other than the Bengals. I'm sorry, the Chiefs players. What up, David? How you feel about how you feel about your 49ers, man? I know that was a rough loss. God, my Ravens almost gave up a 28-3 style blow, with Tom Brady. Tom Brady was 100% rooting for Dak Prescott in that game. I don't care what anybody says. David says, and looking for group, whoever plays the Rams. God, I know, right? That I am. Man, what like almost sucks a little bit is if the Rams had lost, I feel like the trade rumors of Stafford to Miami would have grown so much louder. But the fact that they somehow snuck a win against y'all absolutely just destroys probably any chance he gets traded. You know what I'm saying? Now they're just like they're a story. They're going to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But what up? I don't know if I have Terradome and everyone's still up in here. I just can't get over this. Like, I knew Jacksonville was not that team anymore, but my God, I wish I was almost watching that game so I could see what Buffalo was doing. But if I was calling that game, man, I'd had to got my workout in so early. Your boy went and did leg day, and now he's drinking Crown and Sour, basically, with an extra shot of Crown. But we're getting ready for hurricane prep. We got a hurricane headed our way. Helene. We're going to see a return here by the Commanders. And off the left hash mark, and big hit by Cincinnati. He's down at the 25-yard line. And we're going to get another look here at Jaden Daniels and Kingsbury's offense. Yeah, we're every time we check the models for that hurricane, it continues to track east. Last time we checked, it's supposed to hit Tampa, but a little bit of Florida history. Apparently, like, Tampa was built on an Indian burial ground, and that's like the superstition why I have a lot of bad stuff. If it's heading towards Tampa, it heads like somewhere else, basically. And that's what happened with. Right now, this hurricane, I think, is tracking just like Hurricane Ian did. And there might be another one behind it. So we're getting ready for that hurricane. Little outlet pass going left and gain of maybe 5 on the play. 5 minutes and ticking here as Washington basically going to run a 4-minute offense, but Jaden Daniels going to continue running this no-huddle offense, going a little bit of that Chip Kelly style, bringing his college influence here to the NFL. And, little quarterback run, fake jet sweep, and Jaden doing some excellent running on that play. I wonder if QB power right, fake jet sweep reverse. That was an excellent play design and something I would love to see Baltimore add to the playbook. So that was like a quarterback power option right, fake jet sweep reverse by the wide receiver. And like Jaden could have probably still passed it there as well. I don't think any of the offensive linemen got downfield. That was an interesting play. And handoff going right. Robinson's got the first down as, again, Washington continues to show it looks like a good 4-minute offense here. And again, for those that don't know what a 4-minute offense is, 4-minute offense is basically, in a 2-minute offense, you're going no huddle, and of course, you're probably airing it out. You're probably not passing, maybe a screen or a super good draw play if you're getting really close to the end zone. 4-minute offense, you might operate a little bit of no huddle here and there, but you're looking to get good first downs and use all of the clock left and score. Little play action. Daniels with my God, all the time. He's running and gain of what looks like 7 on the play. 2nd and 3. 3:25 here on the clock. And again, Jaden on that play action had, let's count this. Let's watch here. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. He's got 5, 6 seconds. And not like 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got like, hey, boy, we're playing, man, Mississippi. You got to count in Mississippi style. Like, that is some serious time to throw. 2nd and 5. Tight end motioning in. Little play action again. Again, solid pocket. Jaden, oh my God! Oh my God, he's got number 17. How long was that throw? 56-yard bomb. Watch this throw. That's Terry McLaurin finally, and he's just running the go. Goes from outside leverage to inside, runs by Cam Taylor-Britt, and he's tackled down what looks like at the 5, maybe 4-yard line. What a dart by Jaden Daniels. And like Terradome says, make sure you hit that like button. Like hold on, we got it. Like my boy Joe Swanson says, smash that like button. 1st and goal. Jaden Daniels going to keep it. Quarterback option left, and he's going to skip into the end zone. Washington going to extend this lead as this offense looks absolutely in rhythm right now. Barring the PAT, and that's a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Took 3:21 off the clock, so Cincinnati going to get a chance to run a 2-minute drill, but you can't blame them, man. Terry McLaurin ran by Cam Taylor-Britt, and Jaden Daniels threw an absolute dime. Da-na-na, da-na-na. You're going to see that on SportsCenter later. That's going to be on, who does the dimes of the week now? Is it, Dan Orlovsky's Dimes of the Week? 2:04, and of course the PAT is good. Like Terradome says, that boy is bad. Terradome says, Darwin, I'm ahead of you. Get ready for Jaden. I know, man. I wish. I don't have cable TV. This game's on ABC, which isn't on any broadcast service like streaming network. I don't believe I can watch this game on ABC. I'm going to check. I'm going to try. I'm going to see. Fox does a thing where you can preview the game for an hour. Nope, got to sign in to watch. Oh, and I see I do have ESPN Plus, but I forgot the login. It's actually we have ESPN Plus through Disney because my girlfriend wanted the Disney, so we just got the whole package. But it's under her login for the Disney, and I don't know her login. But that boy is indeed bad. Like, that was wild. Why do I have... Okay. That'll lower my resources a little bit. Oh, no, you're good, Terradome. My guy. Technically, what's sad is, we may or may not be pirating this stream because we're poor. I try to pay my dues. I try to pay my fees, but I'm one of those ones if and Commander fans got to be excited. They have their quarterback, their franchise cornerstone piece. They've got him in the rookie deal, so they've got him for the next 4 years on that rookie deal after this year. 5 years, with the option basically. And handoff up the middle. That's Chase Brown. Good run. Makes something out of nothing, and 10-yard gain as he got contact in the backfield. And I keep telling people, man, I think Chase Brown's the better backup there in Cincinnati. And it looks like he's starting to finally get some more of the carries. But it's just sad sometimes that even when I pay for some of the coverage, that like when I pay for Peacock and I'm watching the game via NBC on Peacock's streaming service, the ESPN Gamecast that I put up for y'all is technically still ahead of what the broadcast that I'm paying to watch. It's a little frustrating sometimes, but it be like that. And of course, guys, we're joined some Crown and Sour with an extra shot of Crown in our Hometown Heroes Cup. Thank you for what you do. Our hometown heroes, you're our family, friends, and neighbors. You're the police officers, firefighters, first responders, and EMS personnel. And teachers. We're including teachers in that, garbage men, everything that's essential. You're the ones running in as the others run out. You're the unselfish courage and proud patriotism are reminders of what makes our country great. Our community honors and thanks you for the risks you take and the lives you save. In and out of uniform, you will always be our hometown heroes. Cheers. That is not my speech. That is the speech of, it doesn't say, but this is technically a Missions Barbecue Cup. If you haven't had Missions Barbecue, it's a franchise barbecue place. It's the best franchise barbecue I have ever had. I'll be honest about that. I've had some really good small, like mom and pop barbecue kind of deal, but like franchise, they're in cities everywhere. And let me give you my secret. I got secrets no matter where you eat. I promise you, I probably got like a little secret about it here and there. My secret for Missions Barbecue, when they ask you for the sauce. So first of all, I like to get a 2-meat platter. I like to get pulled pork and lean brisket. I don't like fatty brisket. I like my lean brisket. And then, I get some fries. Missions Barbecue, fresh cuts their fries. They freshly cut it and drop them. Good fries. Fries are never sitting for that. They make every fry to order. But when they get to the sauce, you got to ask for the Memphis Belle, which is going to be the base of your sauce you're going to mix. You're going to get a little bit of Tupelo honey. It's a little bit spicier vinaigrette. And then you got to get the smoky barbecue. You're going to mix that with Memphis Belle as the base, a little Tupelo, and a little bit of smoky. You get 2 types of heat and a deep smoke flavor when you mix it all together. And then when you get the cornbread, mark my words, you got to get honey and the butter. And of course, put a little butter on the top of your cornbread and then drizzle some of that honey on top of the cornbread. I'm like Jameis Winston, finger licking good out here. You know what I'm saying? All right, 1st and 10, though. We're back to the game. 1:30 as the Bengals are operating in a 2-minute offense. I got to stop talking about food. I'm way too hungry for this. We'll get to the comments in a moment. Split back formation here. They're going draw play, and bad play by the Bengals. Zach Moss trying to make something happen in the backfield. Joe Burrow throws a block, and Zach Moss able to make something out of nothing. A blown up draw play going left, doubles back to the right side, scampers for what looks like 15, 20 yards in vertical yards. Probably ends up being like a 30-yard run in general, but gains 10 yards the first down and goes out of bounds to stop the clock. Great play by Zach Moss there. David McNiner says, you want some crazy stuff? Go camping with me. About 2-hour drive is... Oh, Skinwalker Ranch. Why? I feel like, isn't there a show about Skinwalker Ranch, bro? Like, another run play here as is Cincinnati happy for just going for a... I mean, they've got 3 timeouts, so 106. I'm surprised Cincinnati hasn't used their first timeout yet. Again, all 3 timeouts for Cincinnati here. 2nd and 8. Deron Payne subbing out here for the Commanders. That's something to keep an eye on here. Commanders late to break the huddle, and there's the first timeout. Is that... Okay, it's the Commanders, and that's a good timeout by the Commanders there. Their defense was late to get out. You know what's crazy, David, is actually I used to go camping every single year for my birthday as like a yearly tradition. I love camping. I love hiking. I didn't get to do as much camping in Colorado as I wanted to. But man, I've got some crazy camping pics, that's for sure. Moss, let's see. Terradome says we got missions in Fayetteville. Are you in Fayetteville, North Carolina? Terradome? Are you Fayetteville, Arkansas? Yeah, it's franchise. It is some of the best barbecue. Now I will be honest, the best barbecue I've ever had in my life was in Bentonville, Arkansas. It was right outside the Walmart home office. Like I said, best barbecue I've ever had in my life. Little small mom and pop kind of place. And good pickup by the Bengals on. Oh, and tight end leaping over, man. That's Eric All Jr. And able to get the first down here as Cincinnati's going to take their first time out with 42 seconds. Terradome says Moss with Marcus Allen on that one for real. David says, I'm a big cook it myself, guy. Charcoal barbecue is the only way. Oh, you going to fight with Hank Hill? I'm telling you, you got to go propane, David. You got to go propane. Propane's the only way to cook food, David. I know charcoal's good. There's an allure to charcoal, but you gotta go propane. Propane's the only way to go, David. Oh, that's funny, Terradome. I used to live Terradome. So you're from the area, you should know. I grew up in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That you probably know exactly where that's at. I used to go up in Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina. That's where I used to go hiking. Basically, that North Carolina, South Carolina, out there in the Appalachian Blue Ridge kind of deal. And David, dude, I love cooking when I'm camping, man. I really do. Like, I would love to like catch our own food in a sense and cook it too. David McKnight here. Let's go on a survival show together. And handoff going left, and Zach Moss with some solid running, but not much to gain there. Gonna be down at what looks like maybe the 15 with 37 seconds. Though I'm guessing the Bengals burn their second timeout here. Yep. Oh yeah, Greensboro. Everyone knows that Carolina is known for their mustard barbecue sauces. Yeah, Terradome. Like I said, I grew up in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, man. Oh, okay, Richmond, Virginia. Okay, I actually Terradome. I spent 2 weeks out in Lynchburg, Virginia, over there by Liberty University for a work assignment as well. So I've done so much time out between South Carolina, North Carolina, all the way up to Pennsylvania, basically. That's wild, Terradome. I used to be like within a 5-hour drive of you. David says, yeah, there is a TV show. Dude, what happens at Skinwalker Ranch? I've never seen the show. You can spoil it for me. 2nd and 6. Burrow, solid pocket. He's going to have to roll out right after a minute. And just, he misses his outlet pass to his halfback here. Could have gained. And he could have gained and made it a 3rd and 1 with a good pass there. And his guy would have got out of bounds without a big hit. Instead, now 3rd and 6 as the Cincinnati Bengals really need to come out of the red zone here with 7. As Washington leads 21-10 early in this football game. Whew, I'm not going to lie, man. This Crown and Sour with the extra shot of Crown, super strong. Bengals 4 of 6 on 3rd downs tonight. Average distance to go, 4.7 though, so they've been on tune here. Trips formation right here for the Bengals. That's the wide side of the field. Joe's looking there, going for a man. That's Jamar, and incomplete as it hits the ground. And now the Bengals left with a big decision here on 4th down. Looks like, and field goal units coming out here. Viking night, Surf City, USA, my dude. Are you talking about Surfside, South Carolina? Or are you talking about out there in Cali, like San Diego and... Okay, you're originally from the Richmond. What's funny, Terradome is our leasing agent, who I love, man. We actually just bought her a gift basket because she's been here for 3 years, and we've been here for 3 years. She's actually originally from Richmond as well. Field goal here, 31-yard attempt from the left hash mark, and McPherson good this time. 2 of 3 tonight, and it's going to make it 21-13, but with 22 seconds, I mean, Washington still got a chance here to get in field goal range themselves, in my opinion. Oh my God, I can't type right now. My right hand had a pen in it. Yeah, Jamar should have caught that, man. That was a rough one. Viking Knight says, used to be able to drink beer on the beach. Now it's illegal. And Cali, Orange County, yeah, out there. And, you know, it's funny. Where I grew up in Myrtle Beach, there's a big surf scene. But, you know, there's just no good waves in Myrtle Beach. And crazy wild story. I was trying to open up one of those surf parks where it generates a surf, like a wave for you to surf on. I had a meeting with the Myrtle Beach redevelopment director and city officials. Was all supposed to do it. They canceled the meeting on me last minute, ghosted me, could never get an answer out of them. They're working on building it right now. They 100% stole the idea from me. It was part of a bigger project I had called the Myrtle Beach Entertainment Park, but it was my cornerstone piece. And Washington just going to take a knee here in the end zone. We took a second knee because the refs didn't blow the whistle. That was pretty funny. Terradome says, depending on the run back, it's 3 plays in there. Yeah, Kingsbury, he's drawn up some pretty crazy play designs right now. And, you know, with Cincinnati possibly maybe looking for a pass here, Jaden might run a little bit option here potentially. Oh, they're just going to take a knee. Wow. Wow. That's surprising. But with that, we're headed to halftime 21-13. Washington lead. I don't know if anyone really expected that big of a lead. Terradome says, love those surf parks. Yeah, I wish it was good luck with that. Like I said, they ghosted me. You know, it's one of those ones. It takes money to make money. And sadly, you know, your boy grew up poor. And like my friends would be like, oh, all my friends, like I've tried, I still have business ideas I want to start here in Florida. But it doesn't matter how great of a business plan, stats, metrics, forecast, business models that I show to a bank or a finance person. If I don't have capital put down on it, it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Um, uh, like one of the ideas that I want to open up here is I feel like there's a lot of people don't like the dog parks where I live here in Florida, for example. And back in Colorado, this one people, it was a small little family, had a great idea. They had a little chunk of land kind of down in the city, and they opened up a private dog park. It was only $20 a month for membership. And what it was is, you know, from like 5 a.m. to like, you know, 10 p.m., there was like 4 different little dog parks, like pretty good sized dog parks too, that had toys, agility drills, a bunch of stuff like little pools and stuff set up. And for $20, just gave you access to the dog park basically. And of course, because it is private, there's cameras, you're paying a membership. There's like that level of accountability as well that some people get scared of at the dog park, taking their dogs, you know, and stuff like that. And most people, like, if you think about it, man, less than $1 a day to like have that safe, good access for your dog to play, socialize, all that stuff. Super worth it. And it was a really great business model. And then, of course, from there, they offered dog training. They offered boarding, which boarding is where and doggy daycare is where you make really good money. But at that point, you have to start bringing employees. The good part about the private dog park is you really don't need any employees to run it, as long as you run the front office yourself. Of course, like I said, then you open up doggy daycare, grooming, bring in groomers to do. You can actually contract them out as independent contractors potentially as well, giving them more freedom to run the business, you know, the grooming business as they want, their clientele, and charge whatever they need to make sure they get by. And basically, you just take like a flat fee from them to operate there. You know, I actually ran a pet boarding and grooming business in Colorado for a while, part of a special contract through a temp agency. That same temp agency, also, I did another special contract. I recalculated Wendy's corporate payroll for the entire state of Nevada, like 3,400 plus employees, retroactive 1 year due to the introduction of a new overtime law that they were introducing by the Nevada legislature. Crazy. And now I'm struggling to find work here in Florida. Meanwhile, like I said, I'm calculating payrolls for entire states for corporations, and Florida, oh, can't get a job. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that rant right now. But yeah, I want to open that up here in Florida because there really isn't much. And like, of course, I have my own like small little things that I want to add on to that park, you know, to make it like even better. And of course, even more Florida specific. And again, it's a company product that doesn't take a lot of money. There are so many pet owners in my community that would pay for it. And again, with the access, the payment, stuff like that, there's a level of accountability that insurance wise is probably less than an all out public park. You know what I'm saying? And the cameras. But again, you know, your boy's poor. I'll never have the money to start that. That's just like one of like 5 business just here in Florida. I've got a business in Colorado and Florida that I want to start. I tried to go at the college here and go to their program, and they loved my idea, but just the program was a joke. I was talking to them about opening a drone entertainment company because drones are overtaking fireworks very slowly. It's better for the environment. It's better for veterans, dogs, and then you can also use the drones when they're not doing advertising and shows. Which of course here spring training for baseball is here. So what I wanted to do was do drone shows for all the baseball stadiums for the Red Sox and the Twins, and contracted them to do like weekly shows or whatever. And then on top of that, the drones can be used for environmental surveillance. They can be used for police reconnaissance. They can be used for window washing. They can be used for construction and real estate. You can rent them out. But again, takes money to make money, guys. And your boy's poor as shit. I'll never make any money, and I'll die a poor broke man probably. And that's the reality of life. Sorry to go dark here, but that's just how life goes. And we're on a commercial. We're on halftime. We got a space fill with something here. That's half the thing, man. Like, I started my biofuel cell idea and put it on YouTube because I was like, well, shit, at least it's a type of copyright in a sense. Like, when I first moved here, my brain's always like, how can I make money? What business could I open? And I was like, you know what? Right here, I feel like there's no self-storage nearby. I could open up a really good storage facility and probably make really good money. After the first year of living here, a storage facility is literally standing on the exact land I was eyeing for it. I tried to open a Dunkin' Donuts back in Myrtle Beach. I toured the building even. Of course, couldn't get the money. I reached out. Starbucks was too expensive for the clientele that I was aiming for in the demographics. I reached out to Dunkin'. Dunkin' had franchise restrictions on the state due to all the new owners they had currently coming in. After that, going private and trying to start like my own small mom and pop shop. Couldn't secure the capital and generate it. Sure as shit, you can go Google Earth this shit right now. There is a Dunkin' Donuts in the exact old bank building that I was trying to put a coffee place in, and they're running it poorly too. They're so underutilizing it and what they could be doing, but what do I know? What do I know, guys? Sorry to rant here. David says, what gets me is the stuff I heard while camping close to the ranch. Had my dog looking at the tree line, wouldn't bark, did growl though. That's terrifying, man. Like, I'll tell you, one camping we got to do in Colorado. I can't believe the Steelers won too. And I can't believe the Vikings dominated But anyway, Grenard had his revenge game against the Houston is what happened. They showed why they shouldn't have. They should have paid him and never brought in Danielle Hunter. Something about the way the Vikings pass rushers gain success doesn't equate to other teams well. I don't know what it is. But we camped at, there's a place called the Great Sand Dunes National Park. It's the highest sand dunes in North America. It's a little about midway through Colorado. And because it's out in the middle of nowhere and there's also mountains nearby, there is zero light pollution. It was some of the most, everyone says, oh, you haven't seen the stars. No, they're honest. They are 100% honest. You have not seen the stars until you're at like freaking 10,000 minimum feet altitude, no city for God knows how many miles, and just no light pollution. It absolutely was a game changer. We talk about how we miss Colorado every day. Fuck Florida. We're almost back here though. 4:55 left before halftime is over. Jacksonville finally scored some more points. It's 10-37 in that game, though. 4:20 left in the third quarter. Josh Allen, 4 touchdowns on the day. Just crazy. I really want to talk about, though, that 55-yard bomb to Terry McLaurin by Jaden Daniels. Again, he's had some highlight-level throws in this one. They're showing some of the highlights here. And Caleb Williams getting his welcome to the NFL strip sack moment, trying to make that comeback. And poor Colts, they lost to Forrest Buckner. I wonder if, it was Latu that got the strip sack. Rookie to rookie there. That's a huge moment for him, man. I know we're working him into that pass rush rotation in Indy. Yeah, so for anyone that wants to invest in Darwin's Raven, let's go start some businesses together. Trust me, it's just the way my brain works. I look at anywhere, and I'm like, how can I make money here? What businesses are here? What do they need? And then I talked about it actually with my business advisor at Florida Gulf Coast University. And I'm like, I know it's not the correct mindset to take, but whenever I start a business, my mindset is that I should put all of my competitors out of business. If I can't create a product that is good enough to challenge and put my competitors out of the business, I'm not truly going to innovate and succeed in the market. You've got to bring something different to the table. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we rolled a 69. And what up, Oak Squirrel, by the way? Um, and of course, like I had one business advisor was like, that you got to start small. You can't think like that. And then the business advisor I like was like, I mean, you're kind of right. If you're trying, what depends on what market, but if you're trying to get into a market, you should have something that separates you. And I'm like, I like you. But like there's another thing here. I'm trying to buy a parcel of land, build a Sprouts grocery store, some medical offices designed after. Basically, what it is, there is a road here where a huge older community lives off of. Where if I built this on this parcel, I could secure like a cardiologist, a GI, endocrinologist, like basically a bunch of doctors and specialists, as well as an imaging, all in maybe like a 3-story building with split offices. Again, I'm literally copying a building design that I saw in Colorado because Colorado had really good doctors. Um, but it would basically make it so they would never have to touch a major road to get to their doctor, which would be absolutely huge for a super huge, and I'm talking thousands of homes basically, and an aging community. It would be a huge thing. So again, a good, healthy eating type of grocery store, natural grocer, kind of local style. I wanted to put, again, the medical office. And then I wanted, of course, got to have a rehab place there as well, doing like rehab. But I also wanted to put possibly a gym, like a Planet Fitness. The only reason I wanted to put Planet Fitness is because I actually wanted to build a bigger one that focused a lot on tanning. You know, it's Florida, dude. People love tanning here for some reason, even though it's bad for you. And the one thing about Planet Fitness is for $20 a month, that's worth it for tanning. So if I expanded the tanning part of it, just invested early in that, you know what I'm saying? Um, I could then also pay dividends on the back side of it. So of course, focus a lot on senior care, health, setting it up so the people can run those health classes for seniors as well. And again, just run that all on a parcel of land. But that would take, again, money. So, all right, but we're back to football. I'm going to stop talking y'all's ears off about business ideas I'd like to do and how money I'd like to make. Like I said, it doesn't matter how many studies I put together, how much whatever I take to an investor and to a bank, how good of an idea it is. It just doesn't matter. It's disheartening, but everyone's dealing with it, and we got to continue chugging through life a little bit. Washington going to get this ball to start the second half here as we're getting ready to start the third quarter of this football game. It's been an up and down night. I definitely don't get as many views on my other games as I get normally for my Baltimore games. It's crazy. Like my Baltimore games, I usually average a minimum of 1,000 views. My other games, like a few hundred maybe, and we're at 82 for the day right now. And Eckler breaks free. The 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Continue going, and he's down at the 30-yard line of the Bengals as Austin Eckler makes a huge return. No flags on the play. Washington coming in this game. Is that 20 or 26? I believe 20th ranked special teams, and that's going to help here. And kicker misses his guy. That is a game-saving tackle by 26 there. Eckler getting a breather. And that's the longest kicker return of Austin Eckler's career. Oak Squirrel rolling that. Dude, Oak Squirrel rolling to 60. Oh, no, yeah, that was me. Never mind. Handoff going up the middle. Robinson cuts right, and solid gain on the play. Looks like maybe 5. And they're talking to Dan Quinn, the head coach here over at Washington now. They've got a crazy coaching staff. Dan Quinn, of course, defensive coordinator. They brought in Kingsbury to be the offensive coordinator. I'm sorry, Dan Quinn's the head coach. And defensive coordinator, did they bring in someone from Dallas? Was it? I don't even remember. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 31-yard line. Little play action. Good pocket. Daniels slings it over the middle. And I believe that's his tight end. Looks down at just the first down, maybe inches short. 14 minutes here as we're already in the first minute. Update here. Buffalo still up 37-10 on Jacksonville. 1 minute left in that third quarter as Jacksonville has the ball on their own 39-yard line. They're in a 2nd and 10 looking across half field. 3rd and 1 officially. Kingsbury probably dialing up a run. Daniels under center. Tight end motion left. Play action. It's going to be quarterback keeper right. And he's got the first down as he takes a pretty big hit. But 2-yard gain as Jane Daniels gets a fresh set of downs to work here. And this is a tight end motion left. Going to fake it going left here. Rolls out right. His tackles both on ISO blocks on the right side. Great job by his right guard and right tackle to stay on their men and drive them. And Jane just cuts through for a short gain. 1st and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line of the Bengals. Again, on the Bengals side of the field after that big return. 13 minutes on the clock. Bengals bringing some pressure off the side. Run play and not much on the play. Maybe a yard or 2. And I really appreciate everyone who's coming and hanging out with us so far tonight. You could be anywhere and everywhere, but you're hanging out here watching this Bengals-Commanders game, as we're, of course, also doing some scouting as we play the Bengals and the Commanders here in the next 3 weeks. Buffalo coming up first, as we're watching Buffalo put a slacking on the Jaguars on our other monitor over there. Bengals showing pressure. Off the A-gap. Let's see if they bring it. He backs out. 4-man rush. Daniels gets pressured. He escapes right. And going to run for it. And only a gain of 1 as number 57 for the Bengals pushes him out of bounds there. Or is that 97? Either way, great effort. Let's watch here. And good pressure on the right side of the Commanders' offensive line. Little stunt move, right guard of the Commanders, unable to pick it up. And we've got illegal hands to the face defense. Number 29. Cam Taylor Britt, and that's going to cost them 15 yards. Going to put Washington now in, I believe, a 1st and goal situation. Maybe just outside of 1st and goal. And Cam Taylor Britt matched up against Terry McLaurin on that one, trying to get a hand on him. 1st and 10. Commanders here in the red zone trying to make this a blowout like the Buffalo Bills here on Monday Night Football doubleheader. Handoff going right. That's Eckler. Good blocking by the Commanders, and only going to be a gain of 3, though. Ball looks like on the 9-yard line with the side ump there. 11:40 and ticking. And again, as we're getting some more people in here, cheers, guys. I'm having some Crown and Sour with an extra shot of Crown. And enjoying this Monday Night Football. I hope y'all are as well. Bengals 0-2, desperately hoping not to be 0-3 as Eckler, I think, seeing some help as he comes off the field here. We just heard Daniels, hot right, and there might be a blitzer coming from that side. Let's see if he comes. He doesn't, backs out, only 4-man pressure. And Daniels with all day and threads a needle. And he's down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, 10:55. And Trey Hendrickson looking just defeated right here. And, his wide receiver was in the end zone, had to come forward to get that ball. That's good coaching. And handoff up the middle. Brian Robinson, not there. He's stopped at the 1. 2nd and goal, 10:35. And really big credit to Washington. Their offensive line has looked good. Cincinnati was coming into this game 17th ranked pass rush, according to PFF. And this pass blocking for Washington, 21st. So they're definitely playing above the numbers tonight. Cincinnati playing down a little bit. Play clock under 5 seconds here. Daniels under center. Going to be a quarterback. Oh, we play action and fakes everyone out. That's to the extra offensive lineman, number 73. And we got a big man dancing here in Cincinnati. And that's Scott, number 73, came in as, I believe, an extra offensive lineman, reported eligible, I'm sure. And just little quick shove block there, just shucks his man, and wide open as Daniels could have either run or just had an open man. Always love to see the big men dancing. And here we go. PAT to make this 28-13. And it is, as the crowd is stunned and silenced here in Cincinnati. Daniels all smiles right now, getting some love from his teammates on the sideline. Nothing but back pats there. Pats on the back, I should say. It's wild. I needed to do that dance like the big man. Take what you need from me. Take what you want and go. Oh, we got an update. Oh, no, never mind. That's the game we're watching. I thought Jacksonville scored. Jacksonville, though, is in the red zone. Ball on the 12-yard line. They're, though, in the fourth quarter, 14-20. They're in a 3rd and goal on the 12-yard line. And Trevor Lawrence pass incomplete, short middle to Greg Davis. Receiver and coverage 1 yard into end zone. Gotta love, for those that aren't able to watch the game, that don't know where to find the game, I can't say it on stream. If you have a Roku TV, Roku has the NFL channel, which has right now NFL Game Center, and it's presented either by FanDuel, which this game is actually presented by Old Tapper, not endorsed by them, beef jerky, which, God, beef jerky sounds so good right now. I'm starving. I've barely eaten today. I went and got workout in for leg day, and now we're drinking Crown and Sour after no protein because I'm out of protein. I'd go get protein, but I don't expect to be working out this weekend during the hurricane. This is a crazy game. Like, Joe Burrow's playing good. Cincinnati's not playing bad. NFL Game Center presented by Old Tapper beef jerky. It has NFL Next Gen stats whenever there's only one game on of the play, so you can see the X and O's. You can see people being subbed out. It's wild. And then right now, it's showing stats. It shows when there's big plays, it'll actually show highlights and clips of the big plays. It's kind of like a little bit of an NFL red zone a little bit, but in my opinion, a little better because there's some next-gen NFL stats going on, you know what I'm saying? So David McNiner says, Jags might as well go home now. I know, right? Bengals starting to look like that. The Commanders get a 3-and-out and score again. Dude, we might cut the stream early, go hang out with a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? I feel bad. Every game that's not Ravens that I'm calling, just are blowouts, I feel like. And there's always a bad injury. Return here for the Bengals, and oh my God, he's hit. Oh, the third hit absolutely takes him off his feet, and that's McNichols delivering the hammer there. And Bengals are going to lose about 10 yards on that one. Choosing to return it. Ooh, look at the big man dance. They're still showing big man offensive line dancing there. Under center, Joe Burrow I formation. Handoff going left. Big hole. Chase Brown shucks the first person. And gain of what looks like maybe 13 to 15 on the play is good run by Chase Brown on the play. 9:40 and ticking here in the third quarter. Cincinnati's got to get some points on the board here. They can't settle for a field goal. It's got to be 6. Oh my God. And Jacksonville gave the ball back to Buffalo without scoring. That game is over. Shotgun snap, little play action. Burrow trying to set something up, and he's sacked on the play. That's number 90, Baptiste. Jean-Baptiste, the rookie. And that's his first sack. He's working against, I believe, the right tackle here. That's rookie on rookie. Amarius Mims in there, of course, for the Bengals with Trenton Brown leaving the game earlier on a stretcher for the Bengals. Second and 16 after the sack. Ball on the 32-yard line of the Bengals. 83, the man in motion here. Trips right for the Bengals. Joe going to look that way. Got a little man on a curl. And that's Eric All Jr., who is the motion man. And it looks like the Bengals love to motion Eric All and get to the ball to him. Definitely going to have to keep an eye on that here in the future when we play them. 8:05 here. Bengals 0-10 on 3rd and 7 plus on the season. This one 3rd and 10. So Commanders look like they're just going to bring 4. Good pocket. Burrow over the middle, and that's number 5. "16-yard completion." That's Iosivas. Or I'm sorry, that's T. Higgins. My apologies. And my fantasy team needed that there. He's going to be down at the 50-yard line as that ball's a little wobbly coming out of Joe Burrow's hand. Can you imagine if Buffalo scores again, how bad that game's going to get out of hand? 1st and 10. T. Higgins, 2 targets, 2 catches for 30 yards. He's got me probably like 5 points in fantasy right now. Little play action. Burrow pressured, escapes, rolling out left. And got a man, and he threw behind him. Had a wide open Iosivas, Ishavos, however you pronounce it. I'm so sorry to him and his family. And Joe had a man. Yoshivas is what they're pronouncing it. And Yoshivas actually chips originally. And Joe just got to put a little air in. And Lovu actually got a little bit of hand on that ball. And there is Eckler. He's heading to the locker room now. So Eckler, fantasy football, Brian Robinson just got a huge increase. And little fake motion here, 80. Yep, I'm never going to pronounce it right. And we've got a delay of game on the Bengals as they're booing here in Cincinnati. And it looks like the Bengals actually going to take a timeout. So instead of the delay game, Bengals going to get to use their timeout according to the new rule in the NFL. So we will see. I cannot get over. Hold on, I got to move something real quick. I'm going to grab a drink, guys. Be right back, okay? Give me 1 moment. Please don't go anywhere. We'll return in just a moment. BRB. Did I miss anything? Let's see here. Yeah, David, it was tipped. It was. Luvu having a really good game for the Commanders, honestly. Did he come from the Jaguars or? 3rd and 1 here. Cincinnati on their, the Commanders 38. Handoff up the middle. And that's Zach Moss with the first down carry. 6:20 and ticking here. Like we talked about, Cincinnati needs to come away with 6 or 7 here to keep this game competitive. Oh, man. Let's see here. Oh, look at Eric All throwing that cut block there. I think that's on Luvu. Eric All coming on a long motion and just throws that block low on the back side of the play. Burrow looks right, going back left. He's got Zach Moss on the outlet pass, and good move to gain a first down. Takes a pass behind the line of scrimmage and gets a first down. Zach Moss, 9 rushes for 53 yards, 3 catches for 26 yards. Good night for fantasy. Chase Brown having a pretty good night here too, as I think he believes to check in. Trips right formation here for the Bengals. Ball on the 21-yard line. Chase Brown, the man in motion. Little handoff going right. That's Chase Brown. Big run. And he's got a gain of 13 out of bounds on the right sideline as it's a 1st and goal for Cincinnati here. And what a run by Chase here. Just slips in. Washington had a guy in the backfield, but Chase just able to slip through there and then explodes outside on the play, gets the outside edge, and pushed out of bounds here by Martin. That's number 20 of the Washington Commanders. .440, 1st and goal from the ball on the 8-yard line. Handoff, going up the middle, and nowhere for Zach Moss on this play. He's blown up in the backfield here. Oh, I'm so hungry. And there they're talking about Frankie Luvu having a good game. He played for the Panthers last year. I knew he wasn't on the Commanders. He was a free agent acquisition. Red zone, 3-3 for Washington, 0-2 for Cincinnati here for touchdowns. Split back formation here for Cincinnati. Zach Moss motioning out left side. And little curl route here from Jamar Chase, and he's going to be short down at the 3-yard line, maybe the 2. Yep, marking him at the 2. So 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line now for Cincinnati. Washington looking to make a huge goal line stand. Jamar, 6 targets, 5 catches now in the night, approaching 100 yards, and of course has the Bengals' only touchdown on that early long play in the first quarter. Jacksonville trying to make something happen in that game, and we've got a timeout, I think, by Washington. And that's Dan Quinn calling a timeout for his defense, and that's probably the right call. They're making a substitution. They definitely wanted to change their personnel a little bit. And update on that Buffalo Bills game. Buffalo up 37-10. Jacksonville does have the ball. They're on their own 32-yard line, so looks like they're just starting to drive, but 4th and 10. They've got to go for it. They're down 27 points with 10 minutes left in the game. If Jacksonville punts the ball here, they are effectively giving up on the game. So they've got to go for it and then just pray that Buffalo kicks another field goal. And then at that point, you put the backups in. You know what I'm saying? 27 points, they might already have the backups in at this point with 10 minutes in the 4th. And Jacksonville took their first timeout at 10:04, so that's going to be interesting. They might be going for it here. Cincinnati here on the 2-yard line, 3rd and goal. Trips right, bunch formation, halfback motions to that side as well. Burrow's going to look there, and in the back of the end zone, that's Higgins, but I think his other foot was up and out. They're saying no catch. I'm sure we'll get a replay. Let's see. He catches it 1 foot in. Definitely does not secure anything else. His hand comes down out of bounds first. If the ball had just been a little lower for Joe Burrow, it'd have been an easy catch for Higgins, but ball just too high, and Bengals are going for it here on 4th down. I need some fantasy points from Higgins. Dude, if Bengals don't get this and Washington starts driving down the field, this game is over. Motion man right. Burrow looking there, and they're saying touchdown. We're definitely going to get a replay, though. If it was, it's close. And that's Iosivas, the Princeton wide receiver who we liked last year in the draft. And does the ball cross? That ball barely crosses. Bad coverage by the Commanders corner there. They both went with the inside guy. He had no reason to, in my opinion. And he left too much space for Isivas out there. And we've got a whistle here. We've got a flag against Cincinnati, so they're going to back up the PAT here. But barring this PAT, this is going to be a 20-28 game as Cincinnati's back in business. They just need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion to tie this game. 3:03 left here in the third quarter. Buffalo has the ball back on the 32-yard line. I think that's at Jacksonville's side. And a 1st and 10. That game is over. It's in Buffalo, I'm pretty sure. So if there's any Jacksonville fans, they're on the way out. Oh, McPherson almost missed that PAT. But it's good. We've got a 1-score game now, but a 2-point PAT. And Isivas showing off a little bit there. Again, that dude just legitimately last year I was sitting there, I'm watching the combine last year, and I'm running numbers while watching the combine, just trying to get a gauge for the speed of these guys, watching them act, not based off the number, but based off watching them actually run, especially in the drills, new change of direction stuff. And Isivas caught my eye immediately. His route running, his speed. He actually scored 2nd in the acceleration on the 3-cone drill, only behind Jackson Smith-Njigba, the first-round pick of the Seattle Seahawks. And I'm going to be honest, from watching Iosivas at the combine, when you watch a guy on the screen, and you're looking at his times, you get this mental picture of like, okay, he's probably like, sub 6 foot. He's, probably sub this weight, especially those guys that do run a little quicker. You're like, oh, he's probably not even 200. He's probably not even 190. Like, and I'll never forget. I was trying to figure out, I was one of those ones. After the combine notes and after everything I've been watching, Isivas was high on my list for people I wanted to look into for my draft special. When I started looking into him a little bit more before I even headed to the tape, I was like, doing my notes and everything, and I'm like, okay, this guy's probably going to be on my draft special, or at least worth investing watching game tape on him a little bit. And immediately when I saw his measurables, I was like, holy crap. I had convinced myself in my mind that this was a sub 6 foot wide receiver, especially based on his acceleration that we saw out of his route running and, of course, in the 3-cone drill. And come to find out, he's a 6'3" guy, kind of like me. And that changed everything. That cemented him. I was like, I can tell you right now, this is a guy, as long as he gets the right coaching and goes to the right place, he's going to succeed. He's got every measurable. There's nothing to question there. going to Princeton. He's obviously a really smart kid. Probably never got the snaps that he wanted to see in college. And of course, we're watching him break. We saw greatness out of him in week one or year one last year, where he actually had a key part in a big special teams play for the Bengals, blocking. And then, of course, this year he's coming in more into his own. I think that might have been his third touchdown on the year so far. It's definitely his second, but I believe his third, as he was one of my breakout candidates, a young Romanian track runner from Princeton. So there he is, 6'3", 210, technically born in Tokyo, Japan. It was one of those ones, like they're showing there, he was a 6th-round pick. I'd have been banging the table in the 5th round for him, to be honest with you. I'd have been comfortable taking him in the 4th round, and I think it's paid off dividends for the Bengals. I think when the Tyler Boyd left the Bengals, I told Bengals fans, you can go back and check my Twitter. I said, I think Iosivas is going to mitigate all the loss 100%. Then, of course, the Bengals this year also added Alabama wide receiver Nate. I apologize. I forgot his name. Jermaine Burton, my apologies, is actually his name. Jermaine Burton, 2nd-round pick out of Alabama. A great wide receiver. They're planning for future losses at wide receiver as well, is what they're doing there. Jaden Daniels, though, no blitz, 9 for 9, 151 yards. They've got to start bringing some pressure. The 4-man rush is just not getting it done against this Washington O-line. Hand off up the middle, and nothing there, as Brian Robinson's going to get nothing. 2nd and 10. 2:15 here in the 3rd quarter. Commanders, even if they get a field goal, make this a 2-score game, which would be huge for the offense. But again, we've seen some beautiful pockets for Jaden Daniels. He's been able to stare downfield and work through his reads. Cincinnati's got to figure out something here. 2nd and 10. It's getting loud. Ball at the 44-yard line of the Commanders. Pump fake. Jaden Daniels all day rolling right. Zips it and got a man on the sideline. That's Hurts, and catch. That's going to be a gain of 9. 3rd and 1. 1:30 here left on the clock in the 3rd. Under the helmet says about to be 3-0 in my fantasy football league. Good. Congrats, my guy. I'm happy for you. I'm not doing too well in fantasy, but I took a lot of shots on. Oh, Daniels jukes him and then slides. He left number 58 of the Bengals just grasping for air on that. Little bit of a RPO probably. Quarterback Jaden Daniels keeps it. He's running right and just puts his right foot in the ground and just leaves his man. His man's on the ground trying to stay with him. Broke his ankles. 1st and 10. 50 seconds left here in the 3rd. Ball on the 42-yard line of the Bengals now across midfield. 87 man in motion. This is going to be a handoff going off left guard and only a gain of 1 on the play. Again, we saw Eckler headed to the locker room early, so I think Brian Robinson and let me check the depth chart here of the Commanders. Jeremy McNichols might be getting some carries here. And there's Chris Jenkins Jr., 2nd-round pick by the Bengals this year out of Michigan, 6'3", 310 defensive tackle. I got to reload the stream one moment here. And I didn't even see that he was part of that defensive rotation. Oh, that's for the Bengals. That's why. My apologies. Yeah, Sheldon Reagan, starting defensive tackle for the Bengals, out. B.J. Hill, doubtful. I don't know if he's playing. They signed Lawrence Guy, the former Patriot and Raven. Cam Samples on the IR. Chris Jenkins IR. Miles Murphy, the former 1st-round pick from Clemson, on IR for the Bengals. The Bengals are definitely having some defensive line issues. That is for sure. I don't even see Chris. Okay, yeah, Chris Jenkins was questionable coming into this game. Of course, on the Commanders side, they're pretty healthy. Clellan Farrell, they're starting defensive end, out. He's a big piece there. And Jordan McGee, their rookie linebacker out of Temple, who I thought was going to be a really big part of that defense. on IR early. Of course, Emmanuel Forbes, questionable. I don't know, believe he's out there, but he's not even part of the starting defensive lineup. Washington did lose some players in free agency. Case in point, Cameron Curl ended up in Los Angeles. I've got him on my fantasy team. It looks like, let's see, I definitely lost. I've got 2 teams in our sleeper league. My first team, I lost by 20 points to Sydney. If it wasn't for Dallas Goddard going off for 40 points in our league, I'd have won that game. But yeah, it's over now. On my second team, I'm playing Kyle Kivitz, and he's up by 13 points. He's got Kyle Shakir. That game's basically over. I've got T. Higgins, who, of course, is 3 of 4 for 39 yards, 6.9 yards. I need a big play out of Higgins. A big 40-plus yard touchdown would put me in this game. It would be 1 point for a catch. It would be, 6 points for the touchdown. And then I award bonus points for plays over 40 yards. That would put me close, honestly. We need it bad. And Jaguars are definitely going to be looking to pass here. And Jaden just, my God. And like they're saying, Jaden has just been so clean in that pocket, seeing the field well. Been honestly really impressive and looking like possibly offensive rookie of the year. And there they're showing Jaden Daniels tonight in the pocket, 8 of 9, 149 tonight. Basically showing if you don't pressure him, he will tear you apart if he's got that clean pocket. And their O-line's playing pretty well tonight. Oh my God, Buffalo's up 40-10 and they're in the red zone. That's ridiculous. And Daniels, good protection. He's going to run with it this time. And gain of what looks like maybe 5 on the play. Brings up 3rd and short. Dang, David McNiner. I didn't even realize how many points you had now. Did I award 100,000 points or did you just get that many points? And of course, officially injury-wise, Trent Brown out with a knee injury. Austin Eckler out with a concussion, neck injury. So, oh my God. Buffalo recovered to play on defense. That's wild. Daniels going right after a blitz and makes the catch, but it's going to be what looks like maybe a yard short. And that's McCaffrey, who's been active tonight for the Commanders. And close one there for the Commanders. Do they go for it or do they kick the field goal? I think they're in field goal range. They're going to go for it. They're walking out there. Definitely got to expect the hard count for the Commanders. 4th and 1. Daniels under center might be a QB sneak. Bengals are not up there pinching. They need to be up there pinching. And oh my God, the offensive line is telling him to get under center. He dropped the shotgun, and Commanders are going to blow their first timeout of the game. Second timeout of the game. And I mean, you're up 8. It's okay. Bengals have 2 timeouts, so it's not at least a 3-1 spread. It's a 2-1 spread on timeouts. And Buffalo fans are celebrating on Twitter right now. They're saying it's their year. They're on the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. They might extend this lead 47-10. The backups are probably in there in Buffalo, in the Jacksonville-Buffalo blowout. Congratulations to my boy Chimera. I'm not watching the game, but I know you got to be absolutely excited for what's going on up there in Buffalo. Here we go. 4th and 1. Daniels walks out in the shotgun, trips left formation, tight end motion, handoff up the middle. Quarterback keeps it actually, and they've got the first down at the 30-yard line, as the Bengals have no answer tonight on defense. And let's watch this play unfold. They bring pressure, and number 57 originally goes with the halfback, but good job even if he had given it to the halfback, I think he'd got the first down still. but good job to keep it. Linebacker goes with the halfback. Daniels keeps first down, Commanders. 13 minutes left. Ball in the 30. Handoff going left. And Robinson, maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 8, 12:50 here as the Commanders are trying to push their lead and make this a 2-score game in Cincinnati. And Jaden Daniels only 28 yards away from the most rush yards in their first three career games. Number 1, Robert Griffin. Number 2, Jaden Daniels. Number 3, was that Robert Steinbeck of the Cowboys? David said, you gave me 10,000 and I took it from there. My God, my boy. Nice. And you probably bet on the other game. Robinson catch out of the right side of the backfield and good gain. Maybe a gain of 7, going to bring up either 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3 on the next play. And I'm glad you're taking off on the points, my boy McNiner. You deserve it. Hey, let's go. Ray Davis got a touchdown. University of Kentucky rookie there in Buffalo. As again, the backups are in. Josh Allen finishing was at 23 of 30 for 263 and 4 touchdowns today. That's probably going to give him a perfect quarterback rating on the night. 3rd and 5. Daniels making an adjustment here. He's looking to the sideline. 4 wide look here. Bengals look like they might bring pressure off the right side of the Commanders' line. They do. Here it comes. Halfback picks it up. Daniels just going to flick this. And, if he had thrown a little bit of a better ball to the back pylon, McLaurin had a chance, and Daniels knows it. They brought pressure from the secondary on the right side of the Commanders. McLaurin takes the shot on Cam Taylor-Britt's side on the left side. And at least, though, the good side about this ball, Jaden Daniels throws it where his guy's going to get it or no one's going to get it. And that's good coaching. 42-yard attempt here for Austin Seibert. He's made 7 field goals last week against the Giants. That was a franchise record. Ball is up and good. And with that, 31-20 Commanders with 11:30 left here in the 4th quarter. What a game. I will be right back, guys. Sorry, I was just getting a quick bite to eat. I'm starving. I mean, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, 14 of 16 for 182 yards and a touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 69 yards. Joe Burrow, 20 of 27 for 208 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chase Brown, 7 rushes for 62 yards. I mean, both teams are playing just really good football right now. As they're showing that 42-yard field goal by Seibert on NFL Game Center presented by Old Tapper. Is that Tapper or Trapper? That's definitely Trapper. My apologies. Presented by Old Trapper. And there they're talking about Aaron Rodgers, 281 yards. They went to 2-1. Cowboys and the Niners now down 1-2. Chiefs, Seahawks, Steelers, Vikings, and Bills all now 3-0 undefeated. So we've got the battle of who's going to stay undefeated between those 5 teams. A lot of them on the AFC side. But we've got a good game here in Cincinnati. Beautiful. Look at that night view, man. That is just Beautiful looking city right there. And that stadium over there by the river, like, oh, I got to give props to Cincinnati, man. Keep it 100. And here we go. Kickoff. Cincinnati going to return this from the 2-yard line. It's going right. That's Chase Brown and big hit. No, he's still going. And hit on the 25. Second effort gets him to the 30. 11-22 on the 30-yard line. They're talking about Mike McDonald, 3-0 for the first time since 2020. Made the playoffs. Last 5 times they went 3-0. He held the Dolphins to 3 points on Sunday. Fewest points since, but of course, the Tua thing, man. The Tua thing. Like, you can't count that. Like, 11-22. Burrow under center. Jamar, the man in motion. Handoff going left, and Moss gets the outside edge. Gain of maybe 6 or 7 on the play. Gain of 5 officially. 2nd and 5. 11-10 ticking here in the 4th. Cincinnati down 2 scores. I mean, the way this Washington offense is operating, Cincinnati truly does need to score here to stay competitive. Trips right here for the Bengals. Let's see if Joe goes there. He's looking there, goes over the middle, and tight end ducks under a big hit. And I believe that's Gesicki on the catch. It is. Fresh set of downs as Joe and the Cincinnati offense approach midfield. Ball officially on the 42-yard line. They're moving to a no-huddle offense now. That's probably the right move. Joe looking over the middle again. Got a man, and I believe, yep, that's Yoshivas with a good catch, and that's just a little post in, maybe. Might have just been a seam, and just the way he ran it, he dug in a little bit. And going to Gesicki on the right side, and that's another first down for Cincinnati as they're operating in a no-huddle offense, and effectively so. And oh my God, why is that whiskey sour so strong? Oh my God. 9:45. Burrow, good pocket, good, taking a deep shot. Oh my God, Jamar Chase showing why he deserves to get paid. What a throw and catch by Jamar on the right sideline. That's a 31-yard reception touchdown. Just a go route. Sticky coverage, but Joe Burrow puts the ball on the money, just a dime. The safety drops down. Joe knows it's a one-on-one, and he just delivers this ball on the outside shoulder of Jamar Chase. And again, St. Just out there, and they're going for the 2-point conversion. That's what they need to make this a 3-point game. Big 2-point conversion here for the Bengals. Difference between making it a touchdown game or a field goal game. Burrow getting pressured, rolling out right, throwing to the back of the end zone, and great play by number 11 of the Commanders. That's Jeremy Chin. Knocks it away, and it's going to remain a 5-point game in Cincinnati. 26-31, Washington leads. Cincinnati wants a flag. Joe Burrow wants a flag, but they're not going to get it. And we've got a 5-point game with 9:42 left here in the 4th quarter. Of course, the big story here to follow throughout this game mostly is that the right tackle for the Cincinnati Bengals, Trent Brown, is out. Knee injury. He got carted off the field early in the game. Prayers to him, family, and his team. But with that, their first-round pick, Amarius Mims, is having a start. And now we've seen Jamar Chase not only take advantage of Mike Sainristil, their starting nickelback for Washington, but their other starting corner just running past him. Of course, Sainristil was much worse. Jamar not only outran Sainristil, but outran the safety help as well. That one, of course, on St. Juice, the safety dropping down to cover the underneath throw there. Easy look for, at that point, it's just one of those ones, unless they got an Ed Reed style center field safety in a cover one that can truly cover that type of, has that type of range, it's a free gimme shot as long as your guy is ahead of them and as long as you don't underthrow. You know what I'm saying? I coach quarterbacks, take that shot every time, unless we are third and short. And even then, sometimes, man, if my quarterback takes that shot, I'm not mad at him because I like him to give my number one guy that opportunity. And I should say any guy. If you win and get that half step on a one-on-one situation, win on the release, and you don't have a safety sitting over top of you, give them the chance. Give them the chance every time. It's on you as the quarterback at that point to not underthrow. You will never, as long as you overthrow that ball every time when you miss, I'll be happy. Now, if you start underthrowing and giving the defense a chance to intercept that ball, I'm going to get real mad and we're going to have to talk about basic coaching concepts of throws. Let's see here. Was it a penalty? Ooh, that's tick for tack, but like they're saying, it kind of is a penalty. That is a foul, technically. That's close, and Cincinnati fans are in shock that they didn't get that flag. And, I mean, they have a right to be a little upset. Let's be honest. Here's Jaden Daniels, though, on the 30-yard line. This could secure the game for the Commanders if they walk away 7, and we've got a flag on the play. And this is a false start against Washington, so back them up 5. Been pretty good in the penalty department so far. Man, if I'd been covering the Buffalo game, we'd have been cut a long time ago. And there they're showing Trey Hendrickson on the sideline has not had much of an impact on tonight's game. We really thought he was going to have some impact. 1st and 15 here. Jaden setting up a little play to Hurts. And gets hit. Ball's out. That might be a fumble, but I think Washington might have it back, and they do. Whoo, that was a close call as Hurts takes a hit from number 57. Just helmet on the ball. That's Michael Pratt, and he puts his helmet on the ball, and one of the offensive linemen able to get that ball back for Washington. That was almost a game changer. Daniels going left side and got a man. That's Hurts. Back-to-back plays to him. First down after the catch by the tight end on the left side. I guess that technically is considered left middle. Left middle, right middle, right. I guess technically are what they call it on ESPN and all that stuff. 8:45 here on the clock. 1st and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line of the Commanders as they're coming up on half field. Cincinnati has people up at the line of scrimmage, but there's a trips right power formation stacked with the tight end offline and run going the opposite way. That's Brian Robertson and solid gain of what looks like 6 or 7 on the play. Going to make it 2nd and manageable as Cliff Kingsbury continues to call a really good game here for the Cardinals. Again, Commanders, former Cardinals head coach. This is his first season as the Commanders offensive coordinator. Maybe he's going to get another look in the NFL potentially with a different franchise after this year. 2nd and 5. Little play action. Daniels rolling out right, and he's getting tackled and gets tackled literally by his arm, slung out of bounds. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. And Commanders technically 0 turnovers this season. Knock on wood. That is a super impressive stat. Trey Hendrickson coming back on the field here. Cincinnati getting loud. Cincinnati showing just a 4-man pressure, though. One walks up here at the line of scrimmage. He's coming. 5-man blitz. Jaden Daniels rolling out right. Got a man. And McLaurin for a first down as they're across midfield now. And Jaden Daniels signaling the huddle with 7 minutes as they continue just to take time off this clock. And Jermaine Pratt blitzing off the edge, but Daniels just quickly rolls out, shows too much burst. Terry McLaurin just gets a little bit of a rub, but able to get off of it. And on that crosser route, he's 5 targets, 3 catches for 73 yards so far tonight. And we've got a flag on the play as the Commanders were getting ready to run it up the middle. 6:36 as we see what the flag is. Prior to the snap, offense, number 2, 5-yard penalty. Still first down. And Jaden Daniels, through his first 2 games, 76 percentage tonight, 89. Passing yards first 2 games, 410. He's got 204, so he's on pace. No touchdowns, though, which we talked about pregame a little bit. 0 for 6 in the red zone. Got his 1 touchdown tonight, though. He's looking good tonight. Shotgun formation, trips left at the top side of your screen. Daniels going to look there, and he's sacked on the play as number 91 is that Hendrickson finally makes his presence felt. And that is Daniels finally showing a little bit of frustration there. Loss of 6, going to bring up 2nd and, after a 5-yard penalty, 21. And they slide the protection left. And should be a double team on Trey. The guard, though, not able to get over there quick enough. And costly mistake by the left guard of the Commanders here. Daniels motioning the halfback out wide. Empty sets. Screen right. Daniels goes there. And what a play. Number 2. Oh my God. He's getting some play back, but Geno Stone, the former Raven, lays a hammer, literally puts that dude airborne. But number 2 of the Commanders makes 3 men miss before Geno Stone lays the hammer at midfield. Like I said, he literally went backwards 2 yards airborne on that Geno Stone hit. Hammer, truck stick. 3rd and 13. 5:18 on the clock. Daniels, 18 of 20 for 212 yards, 40 yards rushing. Trips right on the wide side of the field here. Daniels going there, little screen. Good blocking. And he's down 3 yards short of the first down with 5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. And Dan Quinn looks like he might be going for it. Kingsbury's calling a play. And Daniels is saying, let's go. Let's go. You can see he's mouthing that to Dan Quinn. They've been successful on short yard situations today. And they're going for it. They're on Cincinnati's 40-yard line here. Empty backfield here for Daniels. They're going to spread him out. Daniels over the middle. Wide open man on the 30. And with 4:20, Daniels selling them. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And Bengals fans have their head in their hands as they understand that's probably the game. Zach Ertz with the clutch catch on 3rd down. Just a little pass over the middle as they space them out. Bell, the safety, in coverage. Just too much space. Zach Ertz, 5 of 5 for 40 yards tonight. 5 targets, 5 catches. 1st and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line of the Bengals as Washington's trying to seal this game with 7. Handoff going right and nothing on the play. Maybe a yard. That's Brian Robinson Jr. I am so hungry. My stomach is straight caving right now. Caving. I hope Washington scores a touchdown so I can call the game, honestly. To keep it 100, guys. 2nd and 9. 3:15 on the clock here. 10-play, 41-yard drive. They've taken 6 minutes and 40 seconds and ticking off the clock. 3 minutes left in this game. 5-point game, so even a field goal makes it a touchdown plus a 2-point conversion game. Handoff up the middle, and that's 2 yards, as that's going to make it a 3rd and 7 here for Washington. .240. Bengals only have 2 timeouts here. Terradome says, I had to go eat myself. I know, I'm dying right now. I've got some ground beef defrosting right now that I'm just going to throw in some red sauce, and make like a meat red sauce and cook up some angel hair pasta with some garlic bread and just nice, simple, easy kind of meal, really get some of these calories and carbs back that I need after working out today. And we've got a timeout by Washington. That's going to be their last one of the game. And that's a good call by Dan Quinn here, given his young rookie quarterback and first-year offensive coordinator here at Washington. Extra time to not only make sure they have the right play dialed up, but to get everyone on the right page and get assignments handed out. Something I really wish the Baltimore Ravens would do a little more. Oh, I don't know if I can drink any more Crown and Sour without food in my stomach. I'll be honest, when I went off camera just a minute ago, I walked out there and I took a pack of Pop-Tarts the other day and I split one and I put another one in a Ziploc. I went out there and I literally shoved half of the Pop-Tart in my mouth and just hamster style chewed it and swallowed it. Terradome says, oh, I did a ribeye and some shrimp. Bro, I'm so jealous of you right now. I actually got some sirloin in the freezer. I'm going to cook either tonight or tomorrow night or the next night. Basically, got to get it cooked before the hurricane comes through, just, so we don't lose power. And I'm going to take some sushi rice and fry it up and make some steak bowls. Daniel's going to unload it deep. Oh, my God, I think McLaurin's got it. They're saying touchdown as he's getting blitzed, just skyballs this. And McLaurin chases it down for a 27-yard touchdown in the end zone. Oh my God, what a throw. Right in the breadbasket, and knee down, foot down. That's in. Left foot's down, right knee's down. My God, what a throw by Jaden Daniels. He is that franchise's future. And what a catch by McLaurin. And that's Hill, I believe Dax Hill, in coverage. And that's a 12-play, 70-yard drive. 7:32 taken off the clock. Capped off with a 30-something-yard touchdown. And with that, it's 38-26 with 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Cincinnati only has 2 timeouts, guys. I am officially going to call the game there. And just Hill just sitting there deep in coverage. McLaurin just gives him that little jab step to freeze him, and just runs by him. And you know what they say, and if he's even, he's leaving. Bye-bye. And McLaurin showing why I took him in some of my fantasy leagues there. But all right, guys, with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here for the evening. Again, special thanks to David McNiner, Terradome, Viking Media, or Viking Night, ES, Oak Squirrel, and Steve-O, Captain, David Corona, Daniel Barry, and everyone that came and hung out with us this evening. Great win here. I'm glad Carolina won. Great win by Washington. Of course, Baltimore's next 3 games, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Washington. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. Look out this week, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. We've got the Corey Davis lockdown picks, where we join David McNiner and other content creators as we do our ESPN pick'ems for the week and predict the outcome and talk about every single game.
Friday night, Thursday, we've got fantasy football talk. Fantasy Football Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern. That is our weekly fantasy football show where we not only talk fantasy football, but we invite players from our fantasy football league on Sleeper to talk fantasy football, set our lineups, and help our viewers set their lineups and take any questions. Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, barring, of course, Hurricane Helen, because we live down here in Fort Myers, Florida, so we might be impacted by the hurricane on Friday. I think that's when it potentially might roll through. Hurricane providing Jackbox games Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. That's our adult style trivia, humor, comedy show that we've had a lot of fun every single week, and we continue to grow the audience. Followed up by, of course, Sunday, Baltimore Buff versus Buffalo on Sunday Night Football. Again, Hurricane provided, followed by coverage of Seattle versus Detroit on Monday Night Football. We've got a lot of good games, a lot of good shows, and a lot of good coverage coming up here on Darwin's Raven. We truly, again, appreciate every single one of y'all for coming out, hanging out with us for this evening and this show. We look forward to seeing you on the other shows. I hope your fantasy football games went well. I hope your weekend went well. I hope the rest of your week is easy till I see you next. And blessings are all around. I'm your boy, Darwin's Raven, Levi, whatever you want to call me. And